Hi everyone, welcome to our resourceful home. Today I'm making a changing pad for babies. For this project you will need 1/2 yard of a front fabric and 1/2 yard of an outer fabric. You also need a button, coordinating thread, an elastic hairband, a sewing machine, and a hand sewing needle to apply the button. So here we go. First, you will need to cut your front and back panels 35.5 inches by 21.5 inches. Then I will take the back piece and fold it in half, and then fold it again so you have it in fourths. I'm going to fold it over one last time. Take a pin and mark that center just through the bottom layer of fabric, and then we'll just fold up and let it roll down. This is to mark where I want the elastic hairband to go. Open it back out and it's marked. I now have both panels laid out flat, right sides together, lined up around the edges. I'm going to go through and pin it in place, but I wanted to show you this where we marked this center to attach the hair elastic. Mark it out. Leave this area open. Typically, I will round this curve. I will stop here when I want to leave an opening on something I'm sewing. I mark it with 2 pins on each side. For me, that tells me leave the space in between open. I now have it pinned. There's my marks. Make sure you leave your opening so you can turn this thing right side out. Now stitch a 1/4 inch seam allowance around. I will start my stitching at my second set of double pins and just sew until I reach the next set of 2 pins. Back stitch to end it. Remove all of your pins except this one that we have marking here. Leave that in place for now. Now go through and clip off a little of each corner. Do not get too close to your stitching there. Now that you have that done, reach in and start working it out. Watch out for your pin you left stuck in there. If you need to, take a craft stick or a chopstick, something that you can help finish pushing those corners out. Now take it and press it out. Now all my edges are nice and flat. I have gone back and remarked where I need that hair elastic. Now pin it in. Make sure you keep both edges of your fabric folded under. Pin it in place. I'll also finish pinning my hole closed. Take this one that's marking out. I'm now going to take this back to the sewing machine. I will start right before the opening and I will top stitch all the way around, making sure when you go over this hair elastic, be careful with your needle, number 1. Number 2, make sure you get it stitched down well. I usually go across it, back stitch, and then back across to give it that extra reinforcement. Now that all of that is done, we need to attach the front and back and other spots to make sure it doesn't wad up in the laundry. So I will start on this corner, 45-degree angle here. My ruler is 6 inches wide. I have colored chalk to mark my line. It comes off easily. Okay, just keep going, lining it up with the first mark and do it again. I will do this until I reach the other corner. I will start back in this corner and go the opposite direction to that corner, doing the same thing. I have finished all of my marks. Now straight stitch down these lines. Tip, if your fabric has a nape like this does, see which way it goes. You don't want to push against that while you're sewing. It doesn't look good. So I make sure I'm stitching down the nape. I will pick one of the center marks and start there. I always back stitch when I start and end. Follow that line. I just cut loose, go back to the same side I started on, and find my next line over. Do the same thing. I have that completed all in one direction now. It's time to start on the other marks. So do the same thing, find that center. I will make sure I'm going in the same direction as I did these stitches, and then just repeat the process. Be a little mindful when you're crossing your other line. Make sure you have no puckers there. Try to keep everything nice and flat. Cut loose. Go back, find your next mark, and do it again until you complete all of these marks. Alright, I have all of those stitched. What we need to do now is fold it. This is the way it will be folded to store. Fold it over in half. Fold it in half again. And just kind of roll it up. I'm going to mark my button right there. Then I will use my hand sewing needles to stitch that down. The purpose of making it like this, I'm trying to make it one-handed. For instance, mom is out, she's used to changing pads for the baby. She has the baby on one hip. I want her to be able to just fold this up one-handed. So play with it until you can get that effect. Now just hand stitch this button into place, being very careful not to go through to the front side of the fabric. I usually wrap the thread around a couple of times before I put that final stitch in. Alright, there we have it. It's lightweight, easy to clean, and throw in the diaper bag, easy to grab and go. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. May God bless you.